Okay, guys, we are live. It's Thursday night of Two Legends with me tonight, as usual. Jack Mac LFC, the legend. He's very close to the screen. My God, he's got the new gadgets out. Santa Claus has come early. And Jackie Boy and Keith at Eaton Ryan on Twitter, as usual, as well. So we're going to have a little chat tonight. We're going to cover two games. Obviously, last night's game against Porto, great 2-0 win. It was just a beautiful performance. Loads to talk about in that. And then we're going to cover the Southampton game on Saturday at 3 o'clock at Anfield, which is a huge 3 points at stake. We got to win, beat Southampton the weekend. But last night, guys, Keith, what a game last night. I think everything went right last night. Substitutions.
Yeah, well, listen, I'll call out. I've only seen the second half, to be honest with you. I was training. So
that's all. That was the good half. That was the good half.
Yeah. So I didn't see the first half, so I can only really comment on what I saw on the second half, to be honest with you. I was delighted, to be honest with you. I'm delighted he went semi-strong, I suppose. And it was probably the strongest he probably could have gone, all things considered, which was great to see. And that's what I know. There was a bit of debate going back and forth, just in terms of whether we should blood, give players a chance, put some kids out there, or whether or not we kind of go fairly strong, to be honest with you. And outside of the winner's paycheck, which is it's not insignificant at 2.5 million. Just in terms of the away record or the home record at Anfield, momentum, rhythm, as Klopp likes to call it, all those things. I thought it was really important that we went strong, and we looked like we were going in the right direction, to be honest with you. And I think we did that, particularly in the second half. As I said, I've only seen highlights of the first half, but we looked like there was plenty of goals. And listen, there was a few hairy moments in that. Now, there was by no means where was that a back to front solid performance. They should and could have scored at least one and maybe two with the chances they had, but they didn't. And we went up the other end, and we could have scored 3-4, ourselves. So from that perspective, I think it was good. With a kind of a second team kind of feel to it. We went out, we did the job that was there in front of us. And we got to marvel on an absolutely beautiful goal from Thiago, and that's just, I must have seen it about 100 times now at this stage, and I'll never get bored looking at that. Never get bored looking at that. If you ever played the game at any stage, to even do it in training, you'd be telling your grandchildren about doing that fucking thing in training. Never mind doing it in a Champions League match.
It's a daisy cutter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just never lifted. It just didn't. It went up to a certain height and dropped and came back up again under a defender's legs, skipped off the surface, and then just his body position and how he took it on. And it's just amazing.
It was delicious.
Absolutely amazing. Delicious. So it was beautiful, a beautiful thing to watch. So from that perspective, I thought it was great. Now, it was good. It was good. It ticked all the boxes for me, to be honest with you. The only negative I would have in my mind out of last night's performance was I thought we looked a little bit shaky at the back with that setup, which is probably only natural considering we've got a lot of new kind of formations out there, up front, midfield, at the back. So it's never going to be absolutely perfect. But listen, delighted with that.
Listen, as you said, it ticked all the boxes. We got players playing in the second half, the likes of Milner, Origi, players coming on that hadn't got a kick at the ball. Ox had a decent game, a lot of pluses. Young Tyler Martin, he looks a proper prospect, doesn't he? Tyler Martin.
He does.
He looks an absolute we're really the academy are really ticking all the boxes. The likes of Curtis Jones and Elliott and Tyler Martin, Kada Gordon as well. But I thought it was very good. There's no injuries, and to be fair, I think Kanate needs a Van Dijk beside him. To be fair, I really do. He looks better with a Van Dijk beside him. He'd cover a lot of the mistakes. So first half we were a bit ropey. We were a bit, but I was expecting that.
He needs games though as well. He's played fuck all, hasn't he? He needs games. You can't just expect to walk in and be, in a new club with very little football and, expect to just walk in and be absolutely imperious. It doesn't work that way. You need time. You need games. You need games in your legs. You need lots of that stuff, and he's going to have to bide his time. So But in terms of Morton, like, you know, just like of all the prospects we've had coming through, he looks like he's got a head for it. You know, like he looks like if he puts on a little bit of meat, you know, and builds himself up as Trent has done over the last couple of seasons. Like he's a proper baller, to be honest with you. His positional play, you know, he gives it simple, doesn't do anything too flashy. He's got a long range pass, he's got a short pass, he can put his foot in, you know, he's looking for the ball, he wants the ball all the time. I think he looks a really good prospect to me from the bits I've seen. I've only seen little bits, to be honest with you, but he looks a real prospect for me. And in a position where, you know, we've struggled to have somebody, you know, since Gerrard, Alonso kind of left in that position who can actually sit, hold, play, long, short, get the foot in, do all of those things. You know, like he looks to be, you know, a very well-rounded, you know, kind of CDM stroke. I don't know whether he's box to box. I haven't seen enough of him, but like he's probably been told what to do from Klopp's perspective. So he could have more. He could have more to show, to be honest with you. I'm really excited about him. I'm actually more excited about him than I am about Elliott and Jones, to be honest with you, from what I've seen so far.
Do you know what? It was really impressive. Did you notice in this middle of the second half, he got the ball? I think Allison played it to him in a really dodgy place. Like if he would have lost it, we would have been in trouble. He didn't panic, and there was two Porto players around him, and he actually did the right thing without panicking. Got past them and laid the ball off to someone in midfield. It could have been Thiago. I thought even that was impressive. He didn't panic. He basically did everything that you're meant to do. That was the most impressive thing for me. So, Jack, do you like Tyler Morton? I'm sure you do. You like what you've seen so far?
Yeah, he's from the Wirral over the water anyway, but as Keith's alluded to, he was probably, it was our senior players that looked a bit dodgy last night.
First half, anyway.
He tried the best to allow Porto to win, didn't he? I was speaking to my dad last night, and I was like, we couldn't have been telling them to score, Porto. Have you seen their manager? Haven't you had the opportunity to slide? Yeah, like even the one that their winger anyway was somehow missed that like pass across the box. Obviously, because it would have been nice, obviously not to get beat, but to see Atletico crash out. But AC Milan won at Madrid last night, which was fantastic. So all good. Atletico, are they out of the group stages now?
No, they have a chance. They have to win the last game, don't they?
We have a great opportunity to fucking cock block them at the final pass.
If AC Milan beat us,
and listen, but I'd be absolutely all right to roll over and have our fucking bellies tickled at that match, to be honest with you. No bother.
I know everybody's slagging that AC Milan team, but they're actually not that bad.
Even when we played them at Anfield, mate, didn't they? Obviously, they had little periods of dominance, really, and especially obviously getting their 2 goals, and King Divock appearing that night before he got stretched off. But yeah, they will be. They're a weird side, especially in Europe this season. They played very well in the Serie A, but I think the penny, as even if they do squeeze in the last minute, especially it won't be an easy game. Going to the San Siro, what an occasion that would be for the likes of Tyler Morton and Thiago and Ox spoke about in the post-match last night, didn't they? Top players want to play in big stadiums like Anfield, San Siro and everything, so tremendous. But yeah, as Keith alluded to, Morton's composure on the ball was tremendous.
Brilliant.
And that's probably obviously from the ages of 8 and 9 when he has been at the football club. Obviously, you can watch his every single training age group. Obviously in the new Kirby facility he can overlook every single age group at the facility, so that's perfect. He'll know in the next 5 years if Liverpool are going to progress youngsters and know exactly who's coming through and where they will play in the future team. So tremendous. Ox and Thiago, I really liked the combination of those 3 last night. It was
Fabinho. When Fabinho came on, you see, the bench we had was there just in case we needed it. And you seen the step up when those boys came on, the likes of Henderson, Fabinho. Even when Milner came on, some of the tackles, they were jumping off, falling like flies. They were too weak, I thought, Porto. Very, very weak on the ball. And I just thought, listen, Salah got his goal as well. It was a nice finish, to be fair. Just keeps it ticking over nicely. I just thought getting players back, 5 wins out of 5. We've never got more than 16 points. I don't even think we've ever got more than 15. And no English team has got more than 16 points in the group stage. So if we beat AC Milan, we get 6 out of 6, which is 18.
Klopp loves records, not Klopp loves records.
Yeah,
As Mick said, listen, Mascherano couldn't fucking ping a ball 40 yards onto Mo's toe. So already Martin is better than Mascherano in my book.
Well, yeah, he's a bit way to go to get to Mascherano's level, but he's a probably different type of player, I think, to Mascherano. But anyway, that's another day's chat. But Mick was in Dublin yesterday, actually, at the Ricky Gervais show. It looks like you enjoyed it on Instagram, Mick. That looked like a great show. I was hoping to meet him in town, but I think he was meeting friends and family, and he absolutely enjoyed it.
He just didn't want to meet you. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, he was with his mot, so I left him alone. And actually, I was meant to be in town last night for the podcast with what's his name, the Liverpool Echoes, Paul Gorst. They were meant to be doing a Blood Red podcast in Dublin last night. It was called off because of the COVID. They couldn't have the numbers. Yeah, they couldn't have the numbers. So there you go. Jamie Phillips, football chats in the house. How are you, Jamie? Hopefully you're well, my friend. But as I say, listen, we'll move on to the Southampton. But I thought that was just, it ticked all the boxes last night. A lot of positives. First half wasn't particularly great, but I didn't expect a huge amount until the other players came on. Kanate looked a little bit ropey, to be fair. Even Matip looked a little bit. But maybe just because the two of them were playing with each other and I'm not used to it. So I'll put that down to just, a bad day, bad first half at the office.
We should have been. That's a really. We seem to be more often than not in the fucking tail end of really. It looked like the lines came back to fucking small lines last night for whatever reason. I thought the lines in the Champions League were supposed to be a bit thicker this year, or they were thicker generally. Like last night when they drew the lines, it looked to be as skinny as fuck again, and it's millimeters. No benefit for the doubt given to the
toenail. Paul Scholes must be doing the VAR on those toenails. Yeah. I mean, it was literally a millimeter. I mean,
there's no toenails left when he's doing that. By the way,
that's true.
We're down to the stubs.
That is true. There you go, Mick. He missed the point with me. I knew you would, Mick. I knew you would, baby. Fair play. We'll do it again. Even Keith might come at me next time. You never know.
Yeah, if get an invitation, no problem.
The Mighty Reds television, Dan in the house. How you, Dan? Hopefully you were well, my friend. Guys, okay, so Champions League, done and dusted for another, 2 weeks? We played Milan away. That's here. That will be interesting. As Keith said, if Milan beat us, Atletico are out into the Europa, baby. So that might be good. But Southampton to Anfield on Saturday. Traditional kickoff, 3 o'clock, the famous 3 o'clock kickoff. I was just looking at Southampton in the table. Bit of a mixed bag. 3 wins, 5 draws, a lot of draws, 4 losses, a -3 goal difference. You don't know what to expect from Southampton, Keith. I mean, they're a bit of a bogey team for us, to be fair, especially at their ground. But we're at Anfield, so I'm expecting Liverpool to beat them. But I don't know what to expect from Southampton, though. I really don't. Well, what do you think? Just go for them on Saturday, get the 3 points in the bag, try to kill the game early?
I think so. I think we just go at them, to be honest with you. I think you'll go, we had this conversation before this group of matches came up in terms of which one he was going to go strong with. When he rotates around, I'd expect him to be a lot more solid on Saturday. I think Thiago stays, Fabinho stays, Henderson back in now at that, and I think that completes our midfield. You've got Van Dijk coming back in, probably Robertson coming back in, Trent coming back in, all fresh, chomping at the bit. 3 boys up front, and listen,
Jota back in.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what, we've got to keep up the momentum. I was only having a chat with somebody earlier on today, just in terms of, we allow Chelsea to go 6 points clear. What would have to happen for them, and what would have to happen for us in order to make up that 6 points. We're near enough going perfect with a couple of drop points, and they would have to drop a couple of games, and they'll probably only lose maybe 3, possibly 4 at a push. So it's vitally important that we stay in touch. And then when they slip up, we're there to pounce, to be honest with you. So, and
we haven't quite pounced, though, have we? We've had 2 chances to pounce, and we failed both occasions. One with a draw, one with a loss. Remember?
Yeah. Listen, the 2 big games for me, to be honest with you, is Brighton and Brentford. Whatever about the big games, shit will happen with the big games. It mightn't work out. Okay, we went up twice against City, but they're a fantastic side. And I don't think we were managing games very well at that stage. Chelsea, very early in the season, you can almost say, you know, if that had happened 3 or 4 games later, we'd have had enough in the tank to get that across the line. Brentford, at this stage, it feels to me like we are 4 points worse off than we should be. West Ham aside, let's just chalk that off. Bad day at the office. We get beat. You know, we deserve to be beaten.
Yeah,
we deserve to get more out of Brighton. We deserve to get more out of Brentford, and we didn't do the job. So I feel like we are probably 4 points. You know, otherwise we haven't really won a game where we shouldn't have won a game. You know, we've been good value for everything else as far as I can see. However, with those 2 games, we probably should have gotten more out of them, right? So we're 4 points worse off, right, than I think we should be or could have been.
Yeah.
So we can't really, over the Christmas period, we can't really afford to drop any more points. We've got Southampton at home, and then we've got three away matches on the bounce.
We've got Everton on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we've got Everton. Then we have
easy 3 points.
What's that?
What?
Yeah. Easy 3 points, and anything that's going to do is bit.
Then we've Wolves, and we've got AC Milan away before we're back home, isn't it? We've got 3 away matches on the bounce,
tough,
and then we finish off with 2.
You know? Tough enough.
Yeah, listen,
we believe the Wolves matches as well.
The Wolves matches, sure. Listen, the Wolves match is a 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff.
Wow.
So I wouldn't be as worried about that as I would be a Monday night, you know, or do you know what I mean?
I don't like those Monday night football games. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not traditional. I just don't like them.
Yeah. So listen, the Everton one is probably the big. Listen, it's all on fucking paper, isn't it? Till you go out there and you start playing the games. But we're through a tricky period. After that, we've got a couple of home games coming up, you know, and over Christmas itself, over that period, it's generally kind enough until we face Chelsea. I think on the 2nd. I think we've got Spurs as well.
January.
Yeah, but we've got Chelsea then on January the 2nd, and if you can hold on to the boys until they go away for AFCON, well then we'd have fucking dodged the bullet. So listen, this is a really tricky period, to be honest with you. I don't think Chelsea have a bad.
Well, they play United the weekend, don't they?
Yeah, but
you never know, Keith. You never know.
No, listen, they've got a good record. They've got a decent enough record there. United.
Great record there. Better record there than you do at Old Trafford against them, I think.
Yeah, but
just
still,
wait. Might get a draw.
Yeah, but still, you know.
What do you think? What do you think of United? Just before we move on with Southampton, with Jack, the United getting Ralph Rangnick in for 6 months, and then 2 years as like a sporting director for 2 years after. I think it's a good move. I'd say they're going to get Pochettino in the summer. You just can't get him now out of contract, and they're going to hold on for 6 months. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. He's an improvement on Woodward's. He's a very football German man. He's very intelligent. You just listen to the way in which he speaks. But it's I watched that Pochettino. Even if he does go to Manchester United a couple of years, they were poor. Don't get me wrong, City are a phenomenal side. Yeah, playing probably the most informed team in Europe, along with Chelsea and us at the minute. But it's one job. It's a difficult job, and like they've gone through the Fergie years, and of course, there'll be a severe decline in terms of quality. Fergie's a 1 in a million type of coach. There's no Fergie out there at the minute. Obviously, Pep, yes, he's a great manager, but Fergie's once in a blue moon manager he'll be remembered, sadly. But you've got
that was a nice analogy. You're getting a Manchester City analogy to Alex Ferguson. I like that. Blue moon. That was like that. Go on, Jack.
Yeah, no, but it's a massive job at United, but we've just got to focus on ourselves. And I'm hoping in this period of uncertainty for United, Liverpool can solidify a couple of Premier League titles, a lot more, but all for them, mate. But I'm not concerned at all. Whoever they do, if they brought Ten Hag in, I watched Ajax again last night, and if he did have the backing and obviously bring him through the academy players at United, he's a top coach. I really do like him. But Poch, if he did go to United, it'd be same old, really. You can't even get the best out of
as I said to you, I hope to get Pochettino. I really do. I don't think he's all that at all. I mean, he did fuck all at Spurs. They should have won the league the year. When was he there? When Leicester was it there? When Leicester were there, he should have won the league that year. And in Champions League against us, they were fucking terrible in the final. They were absolutely brutal. We didn't even play well in the final, to be fair. We got an early goal and we got a late goal. 2 minutes from either end of the fucking thing. We didn't even play that well in the final, but they didn't do anything.
There's three managers in European football maybe world football who could sort out United given enough time. One of them is Klopp, one of them is Guardiola, and the other one is Tuchel, right? And neither of those
they ain't going, baby.
And they're not going to United. So they can bring in whoever the fuck they want, to be honest with you. And not in terms of my interest in that, I'll use what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said when he was asked about us going for the league that time. I couldn't give a flying fuck. I might be paraphrasing what he said, but generally he said I couldn't give a flying fuck, and that's what I think about them. Couldn't give a flying fuck. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, that's what Klopp said, more or less, didn't he? When someone says, "Were you thinking about United?" I didn't give them 1 second. I don't know what you're talking. Like, no. Even, what are you talking about? Why would you even? No. They're irrelevant at the moment. Let's say that. That's basically what he's saying. But Keith, what team would you go for on Saturday? You're basically going for the Trinity in midfield: Thiago, Hendo, Fab, the famous back four: Robbo, Trent, Van Dijk, Matip, Alisson, and the Jota, Mane, Salah. I presume it has to be that team, Jack.
Yeah,
I think they're all fit. I think they're all fit. Sure, why not? To be honest with you. Okay, we've got Arsenal midweek, haven't we? We've got Everton midweek. Everton. We've got Everton midweek.
Play the B team against them.
Yeah, like he might look to maybe listen. They're not in great shakes at the moment either. To be honest with you, they've a lot of injuries. They've a lot of players out. So. I think the league now is really it, to be honest with you. I think we need to fucking double down on the league, right? We've got a match away to Milan. We can do what we want with that. We've got a match in between. We've got a quarter final, haven't we? And again,
the Mickey Mouse Cup, yeah.
Mickey Mouse Cup, and do what the fuck we want in that, to be honest with you. Double down on the league now. Double down on the league. Strong bench going forward. But I think we lay down a marker Saturday in terms of going into the Christmas period. It's pretty much the first game of the Christmas period. And I think we lay down a marker. I think that's what we do, and anybody coming to us now, or we're going to play them, I'd fucking go for the jugular, so that anybody coming to us over Christmas, they're kind of going, shit, these boys are on form, and I would lay down a fucking marker. That's what I do. So I'd go as strong as we can Saturday.
And just go for it, get as many goals as you can. Where do you go? What's your scoreline, Keith? You can rock and roll if you want to run.
Yeah, I'll go now. I'll go now in a minute, lads, if that's all right.
Yeah. Well, what are you going for? 2-3-0?
I'm going to go for a 3-0, to be honest with you. I want to keep that consistency. I think a 3-0.
Yeah. I seen a tweet the other day. Liverpool, I don't know whether it was to do with Europe or just in general at Anfield, that they've scored more than 2 goals in every game. It was the first time since 1934 or something. Did you see that,
we equaled the record. Yeah. We equaled the club record for 2 goals.
Jesus,
I think we've done it on 4 occasions. No, we've done close enough on 4 occasions. I think this is the second time we've done 98, I think, isn't it?
Jesus,
or 55 and 19 or something like that. That's the second time we've done it. We equaled the record last night with the 2-0. If we'd have got one more last night, we'd have broken the record.
I mean, it's absolutely.
So it's up there with really good sides. But listen, we're competing against 2 really good sides. Like no matter what way you look at it, you got a really good Chelsea side with a really deep squad, and we've got a really good City, team with a really deep kind of squad.
That's what we're against. That's what we're up against.
Our front 6, our first 15, maybe 16 is as good as theirs.
It's
right?
as good as anything.
Yeah. If we pick up 2, 3, 4 injuries, that's when that's when we try to drop off, right? So it's all about keeping our lads. But listen, this period of football coming up, as I said to you, we double down, right? We double down. Yeah. We start strong now. Start strong against Southampton. Put a marker down, and if we put that fear factor back into teams coming to Anfield, particularly, we know that it's a bit of an easier day because teams will come in and sit and be up to us to break them down. We don't have to worry about that now. It's all about us on the day. But maybe that fear factor went away last season with the amount of defeats we had at home, and we need to reinstate that. And we haven't really reinstated. No, and we haven't done it this year because we've slipped up against Chelsea, we've slipped up against City, and we've slipped up against Brighton. Time to reinstate that now. You come to us now and you're getting fucking hammered, and it's 2, 3, 4, or 5. That's it. Okay. That's it. Yeah. And if you come away from us 2-0 down, it's a fucking result for you guys.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Keto, you can rock and roll. I know you're a busy man. I'll talk to you.
I'll talk to you soon, lads.
Have a good weekend.
Invitation.
Talk to you, bud.
Talk to you, lads. Take care.
See you, Keto. Cheers. But that's Keto gone. Jack, just me and you. I mean, Dan's there. He can pop in if he wants, or Doug. But I'm not going to stay on very long anyway. I think Connor's live at the moment, or he's going live on the Cop Council guys. So check that out as well. Give Connor some support on his channel. As I say, Jack, the weekend, I think you just got to go strong for the league. The league, this time of year, we know the December, there's so many games midweek. You know, I know Everton midweek, everyone say it's an easy game, but Everton are crap at the moment. Rafa's doing a great job. But it's a derby. You know yourself, anything can happen. But so what do you think, Saturday? We just got to go strong, get the bloody win, no injuries. And the good thing is, Jack, which was last night, a lot of players coming back. Milner coming back, Origi coming back out of the blue.
The bench won at Reds as well. You could just see them all having a laugh and a joke, all the players. Even Harvey was a photographer for the night anyway for Liverpool's social media account. So he had a night off. Good that he's enjoying his recovery, most importantly. But as Keith said, we just and everyone in chat as well, we just need to keep on winning at home. Just one game at a time. Try and not look too far ahead or look at City or Chelsea. That'll deal with itself anyway. But even when we do come up against City and Chelsea in next coming months, obviously will be massive games. And depending if we are within that touching gap really of close to them, then sounds they'll be the big 6-pointer title deciders. But it's not going to be easy game. Southampton, Ralph, is it Hasenhuttl? Anyway, he's a very good manager. And obviously Shea Adams, obviously Scottish striker anyway. He's been in tremendous form. He's been getting a couple of goals. He's a handful, but not. You just got to focus, as Keith said. Look at isolate the Brighton game. We can't be allowing that to happen. We just got to get this mentality now of just focusing on what's the job in hand every single 90 minutes and going from there, really.
Yeah.
But and obviously Armstrong as well, 2 Scottish strikers. Oh, Armstrong is English or Scottish anyway, but they will be a handful. Very different, I think. But it will take a lot in terms of Virgil van Dijk and obviously Matip if he does play or whoever plays centre half. But I'm excited. I think Connor's coming down for that game as well. So it'll be tremendous for him. And any Reds going. But how strong are we, Dave, as well? Everyone in chat. Not just us, but the English side. You just mentioned City and Chelsea there. It will be an English side winning the Champions League this year.
Hopefully number 7. Yeah. Hopefully it's number 7. I think we've as good a chance as anybody. At the end of the day, that's as good as what you want. I mean, it's no use winning 6 games in the group and then getting knocked out in the last 16. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you won the group, so you should get it. You should get an easier last 16, but it doesn't always work out that way, Jack. You know yourself. Last 16 Champions League, 16 best teams in Europe, basically, and you're into the quarters then.
Yeah. PSG could finish second, couldn't he? Yeah.
Well, I think they're going more. Let's finish second.
Yeah. I'd fancy us against them, but ideally, you don't really want to get into run against them. But as you said, Dave and Reds, in it, if you want to win the Champions League, you've got to beat all the best teams in front here. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the league. And obviously, it's a shock. It's always a shocker period, isn't it? And the build up to Christmas and then after January. But it's this period now when it Reds that. If it gives you a massive indication to where if Liverpool can hopefully get through this period, it will be a case of obviously the lot of pressure will get and thrust upon Chelsea and City as well, which as I said, focus on ourselves. But I think there will be a lot of points dropped considering just how strong the Premier League is.
That's what I mean. Anybody can beat nearly anybody can beat anybody on a day. You can have a bad day at the office and get beaten, or even draw. A draw is nearly as bad as a loss, Jack. I mean, you know, you draw too many games. A point's nothing. I mean, we drew that against Southampton. It'd be almost a disaster, to be fair. You've got to win your home games to win the league. Asian Sensational FC, not allowed to join tonight. We're not going to stay on too long tonight anyway, Asian. I'm just going to stay on for another about 10 minutes with Jack. I'm going to keep it nice and easy stream tonight, my friend. Carl Rager, 9th of January till the 6th of February. That's the AFCON. A lot of talk about the AFCON in January, Jack. Losing Mane, Naby, and Salah. Now, losing Naby isn't really a big deal because we never have him, but like, you know what I mean?
Is that the spot on, Carl? Is that the period of the shortened that or extended that now? Is that
not the whole tournament? That's nearly a month there. That's 4 weeks there.
I was going to say, if you congested that into a smaller period, if they have, then positive, Carl. Let us know in the chat, please, mate. Well, that'd be interesting, Dave. Obviously, let us know, Reds, what fixtures will be missing in terms of that period. But it will be
there's a lot of
interesting.
stuff up in the air about it, talking about they might out. It depends, obviously. I mean, if Egypt are a decent side, so you think they might go a little further. I mean, Senegal with Mane might do, but he could get knocked out, and then he might only miss 1 or 2 games. And same with Naby with Guyana. I mean, they're not really a good side. You know what I mean? So it's a bit of
a mad one.
Salah is a huge bloody miss, though. I mean,
Even
any sort of a miss.
I'm looking at Chelsea, mate, and Reds, everyone in chat. Have you seen how good Mendy's been playing this season in the league?
Yeah.
He's got like a save percentage of like 93% or something stupid. But if they were to lose him, obviously, hopefully Kepa just throws a load of balls in the back of the net. But the difference in terms
like
of
the Porto keeper, he looks
David, everyone in chat, Reds, he's defo a Liverpool supporter. I'm not asked. He's definitely got a Liverpool kit or a Liverpool tattoo. Me and my dad were pissing ourselves last night. We were like, what is he doing? He done it in like obviously the reverse fixture, didn't he? Early on in the group stages. I'm like, this fella's definitely a Liverpool supporter. Because even on one of the goals, like I'm pretty sure
I don't
obviously
know
Thiago, it's
their manager was having a heart attack on the sideline. They had they had 3 chances, but they 2 really, like, you should be scoring both of them.
They should have really scored at one or
should have
two,
been one.
like,
they should have been leading at halftime. And I thought myself last night when we went in at 0-0, I said, look at the bench. We're not going to lose this now. Their only chance was to score in the first half, really.
Yeah. As I said, like, obviously, I think Jürgen and the lads, they were doing like stuff.
What?
Oh, is that broke now?
We're live.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to change the title there, Dave. If that's
I'm gonna have to change the title immediately.
Do a quick video.
If it's true, is it true?
Yeah.
Was it bullshit?
Come on, Helen, don't be
fiddling with something like that, baby.
Not on yet. Hang on. I don't think.
I think Helen's acting a fiddle, is she? That'd be.
Go on, Helen. Yeah, I was gonna say, hang on, let's have a Twitter. No. It'd crash the internet, makes it.
You know what? That'd be about 50,000 live if that was true. I hope he signs a 5-year extension.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dragging on a little bit much now, to be fair, but let's hope. I think
hope. FSG is doing a quick whip round before we did you see
the guy, the young lad who ran onto the pitch and took the football? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. He jumped over and all the people let him through. I know you shouldn't be doing it, but I thought it was.
You got to remind him, man.
Breaking news, guys. What is Carl saying now? What? Go on to the Liverpool website, Jack.
Hang on. I can't see nothing on Twitter yet, but...
Well, Twitter could be backwards. But I don't think it's true. I mean, this would have broke. No. I would have been getting phone calls from Klopp at this stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not an official yet. Helen, have you spoke to Jürgen tonight? Just gonna say.
Yeah. I'd be changing it to maybe inside it. Maybe inside. My friend, an LFC fan, just tweeted it. Anfield Lark says, maybe. Well, Jesus, that'd be some inside information. That'd be a scoop.
Don't get that excited. Yeah, I was going to say, Helen, I was going to do laps in my bedroom and in the garden.
But let's hope he does do it soon, though.
And
let's hope he does do it soon, because we absolutely.
We could be live again.
Helen Rayball could be Jurgen Klopp. You never know.
It's like
you never know. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
but now look, fake.
Oh, was it fake news?
Anne Walker just tweeted it. Who's Anne Walker?
Oh, I haven't got a clue. I think she just. I think Ellen's pissing herself at the minute. She's pulling our leg there, Helen.
Mosalah, the king of Egypt.
Yeah, I was going to say that would break the internet. Hopefully, you do sign a Helen.
That would break everything. That would be what? Yeah. Listen, I still think it'll be done this side of Christmas. I really do. I say inside info, but I just think Has to be done. I don't think there's any choice, Jack. There just is no bloody choice. So that will be done. And that will be a podcast in its bloody self. That's when that happens, you'll just stop the car when you're driving, pull over to the side of the road. Mosalah, the king of Egypt, signs new deal.
It's just how big he is, and he's a global superstar. Not just
it's the bloody build-up.
Liverpool.
It's been going on for about a year. Will he sign? Will he sign? Will he sign? And all this type of thing. 1892, no deal yet, lads. There you go. 1892, Reds podcast in the house. How are you, my friend?
Say,
hopefully you're
that
well.
would be one of our top rated videos of the year. That got announced.
Well, look, as I said to you, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It will be done. It's just a matter of when it'll be done. I mean, it's it'd be inconceivable unless FSG have something up their bloody sleeve. I know Haaland and the likes of Jude Bellingham. I mean, Dortmund knocked out of Europe Champions League, which was a bit of a surprise. So maybe they're looking at that. But would they sell both? Would they sell both bloody players? I don't think they sell both superstars winning the year, would they? I can't see it, Jack.
Possibly, because obviously Haaland's got a buyout, and I'm not too sure if it's a bit cheaper next year. So potentially they could be forced into selling them. Bellingham, and it's a lot of money, Dave. I know. Obviously,
Jude. It would be. It's made for the cup, isn't it?
The Premier League teams are minted. All of us, how much the Premier League does make globally, financially as well. But the Bundesliga, it's not as anything compared to how big. Obviously, a lot of the clubs are fan owned, apart from obviously the likes of RB Leipzig, who are very much backed by Red Bull in terms of that. But they will be missing out on a lot of money. Dortmund, I think. That they're a massive forward-thinking club that had aspirations, and that would have been top of their quota, really, qualifying for the knockout stages at a minimum.
Yeah.
But the fact that they keep on swapping and changing managers doesn't really help them. But they will be 60 million. The 1892 Reds podcast has just said there. So
60 million. You want to put a one in front of that? He won't be sold for 60 million.
No, it's his buyout. It's a lot more cheaper in the summer. Yeah, so that's why Raiola's been shopping round. But Bellingham, I think he will be their star selling player. Yeah. It's the thing, isn't it, Dave and Reds in chat.
I did a podcast on Bellingham. Yeah. I did a video on Bellingham almost a year, early this year, thinking he was coming to Liverpool. Actually, this summer, I just thought he suits us. That type of player, something we need in midfield with the likes of Henderson getting older and Milner and Thiago getting older. Someone to fill in there. He would suit us just down to the absolute ground. I mean, imagine Haaland and Jude coming in, a little double trick next summer. You take that, Jackie boy.
Oh, I'd love that, mate. I know everyone. We've spoken about Raiola, but Haaland, he was an experiment in a lab, I still think, because I don't know what they were feeding him in Norway or wherever he's from.
He's like the Incredible Hulk, isn't he? He's a freak. He's a freak of nature, that fella. He really is.
It just baffles me how he runs. I know I've got a shocking run, but no one wants to see that. But Haaland, when he runs,
but he's built 6+. He's 6'1",
6'5", isn't he?
Is he?
It's just he's 6'4", 6'5". Pretty sure he is. Chat let us know how tall Haaland is, but he's built like
6'2" now, but he is a big lad. He's strong, he's fast, he's good in the air, I mean, he has basically everything. That's why I think the Premier League would suit him even more, because he's a rough and tough type player.
I'd want him more. We spoke about this.
I'd run him more than Mbappe, to be fair.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
I just think he'd be less of a diva and stuff like that. Now, he does like TikTok and Instagram. I just think all bloody players do. It's probably their agents do, to be fair, more than players.
Let us know, chat. Who would you rather have? For me, I'd agree with that, Dave. I'd rather Haaland, because I think he'd offer Liverpool so much more, especially in a game where we've got, like, obviously Trent and Robbo on the wings. But when we are resulted, when we're playing like West Brom or someone that is parking the bus, whipping the balls in, but Haaland's good in the air, and most importantly, in the box, he's always in the right place. He only needs one shot, and it's in the back of the net. I think that's something we miss. Obviously, Jota's
6'4". Wow, I didn't think he was that big. Wow, big fella.
Crazy.
It'd be like Van Dijk being able to sprint like Salah. That's basically what it's like. You know what I mean?
Dave, I think I'll try and send you a video, Dave, or everyone in chat. Let us know. There's some videos. Just I think it was when he clocked
I seen
like
the
a
one where he
record.
ran nearly from the goal up to the other goal, and he went by the 3 players.
It defies logic, like how quick it is. But it's as he said, Jota. Yeah, he's a fox in the box, but Haaland's something else.
I like Jota.
Yeah.
I think Jota is a huge plus to Liverpool. He's only young. What is he? 24, Jack.
24, 25.
I mean, he's not. He's 2 or 3 years before he's in prime. He gets goals. He's awkward. He's a bit of pace about him. He's a bit of a fox of box about him, and he's very good in the air for a small fella. What is he? 5'8", 5'9"?
Do you reckon he'll be Mane's replacements in the next 4 or 5 years?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Or just him going down the middle? Yes.
I don't know. Listen, I think podcasts and transfer shows are one thing. I mean, we can all dream of something in January. I can't see a huge amount happening in January. It's more next summer, but FSG are more focused on signing players from the Pittsburgh Penguins, says Eamon Kelly. I think they're looking to buy them, actually, aren't they? Pick up a Penguin is right. But if they can pick up a Penguin, they'll get him cheap. I reckon FSG will want to sell a player this summer as part of their business model, says Anfield. Like, you've just downgraded the whole night, my friend. You've just downgraded the whole night. Hit the like button while you're there, guys. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the sub. Jack Mac LFC's channel as well. Spread the LFC love, baby.
I think if they are looking to sell, which is $1 million question.
Yeah.
Like all of us, if we own like a football club, you're losing assets. You'd be losing assets within that club. I think if you sell players, it downgrades the assets. So say if someone come in and bought Liverpool, obviously if you do sell a Mane for 100 million, that's 100 million less off the value of the club. So I don't think they'll sell, but they're never gonna. For them, it makes amazing financial sense, and I think as much as FSG. Something deep inside me is thinking in the next couple of months or year, 2 years, FSG will very much impose a more stricter financial ticketing system. Yeah,
tickets. Shouldn't Chelsea's tickets go up through the roof? Did Chelsea's tickets go through the roof?
Yeah, the fact that I know it's London and it's very expensive, but I think in the next couple of years, the clubs, not just Liverpool, but will be trying to. They've done it obviously with the financial Super League and everything. It's just even this halftime commercial. This is a whole video in itself, Dave. Them trying to extend.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah, like people
and look,
come.
And remember, Michael Edwards is leaving next summer, and we'll have Julian Ward, his assistant, coming in, who's apparently very good anyway. So I'm hoping Michael Edwards can give us a parting gift of a Mosalah long-term contract and maybe even a club extension. Now, that would be a statue for Michael Edwards. That's all I can say on that one.
Yeah.
LeBron is a beast. He is a beast. What size is he? 12'6".
LeBron James. He's massive.
But they got the 100 million in the bank. Who's got 100 million in the bank? I hope FSG have a bit more than 100 million. They probably got about 10 billion in the bank.
I'd love 100 million in the bank. I think we all would.
Yeah.
Actually put some money towards a Liverpool transfer. Never know.
You wouldn't have much money left if it was a big one, including the wages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Eamon Kelly, I don't think Haaland is a club type player, but he could do the Jota role. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying Liverpool are going to sign Haaland or Mbappe. I think Mbappe is a pipe dream, to be fair. I know the night thing and all. I think he's going to Madrid. I've been saying it for about 2 years. I think Madrid are building. They've been saving all their money that they get free from the Spanish government for the past 2 years, and I think he'll go there next summer. That's what I think. I don't know. Could be wrong. I mean, City could come in. They've got the money too. Maybe a little swap trick with someone else. One goal player going. A lot of will be players going the other way and wages and that type of thing, adding a few quid to it. And that was my issue. That was my problem with the likes of Salah. I mean, Salah, out of all the players in the Premier League, I think Salah would be one player PSG would like. He's got the commercial value, the world commercial value that they like. You know what I'm saying to you? He's got the world iconic value. I mean, you mentioned one Liverpool player. You go around anywhere, Jackie, to America, Canada, South America, Asia, Africa. You mentioned one player. You go, name a player off Liverpool. I guarantee you 99% of them would say Mosalah.
Me little niece
Simple.
comes in and goes, she doesn't
Absolutely.
know a lot about football, but she was like, where is Mo Salah playing? Like, and so it's just like everyone just loves Mo. Obviously, he's such a great player, but he's fantastic, isn't he?
But that's what I mean, how much he's worth to Liverpool. It's not only what he's worth on the pitch. Unfortunately, being a business model, it's what he's worth off the bloody pitch. That's part of the thing Ronaldo signed for United. I know he's scoring goals for them, but there's a lot of business stuff goes on in the background, especially agents and stuff. They're not saying, how much is he worth on the pitch? He's scoring a lot of goals. If he's doing that, that's a double whammy. His price goes through the roof because it works both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just elevated along with obviously the players and Jürgen, but he is elevated Liverpool to the heights in which we see now.
I think Salah right now, I know he's mature, he's 29, he's coming into his peak, but his overall play is better because he's tracking back. He's not doing these silly balls. He's not trying to go away about 6 players what he used to lose the ball, but he'd score a goal. Now he's doing all that and scoring a goal. Do you understand? And he looks dangerous. He's passing. He's assisting more. So for me, Salah's becoming a more complete player.
Yeah, I think he will very much evolve his role. I think in a couple of years, I think he'll be a lot more centrally. I think in that record-breaking season he did have, and when he first come to the club, he was very much playing quite through the middle, and obviously on the right as well, more or less in between the right wing and the striker position, really. But I think he will next couple of years to go more central, and obviously I think the midfield players, if you got Elliott on the right or any younger players on the left as well, they'll do a lot of the movements like we've seen in recent times, and it reads that Liverpool's midfield workhorse mentality allows our attacking players and even our fullbacks to express themselves even more. As good as obviously whoever's playing up front for Liverpool and our fullbacks, it's the midfield which is the biggest key in the puzzle. As much as I think Bellingham, but even when Henderson does retire, Milner, we spoke already, Dave, and when Milner does leave, obviously we've got Elliott coming through, fantastic, Jones, and obviously Tyler Morton as well, and Thiago, he's in a couple of years he'll potentially retire. He'll be quite old then. Obviously, I think he's still quite young, 31, 30 years old, but these players will be needing to replace. But it's the academy, Dave. It wouldn't surprise me. Kay Gordon as well on the right wing. What a player.
Curtis Jones, Elliott, Tyler Morton, and Trilla from Manila wants him on loan. No chance, baby. Ain't going to happen. And, of course, Kay Gordon, who's another gem. And he only 16 or something? It's ridiculous.
Yes.
They're getting younger. I think Liverpool's academy is something to do with Benjamin Button Academy. All the players are getting younger. They're getting younger and younger. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It's tremendous, Dave, and everyone in chat. It's why especially not just us, we love Jürgen, but the club brought him in because he's not a manager that highly relies on money. He would much rather develop players from the academy like he did at Mainz and Dortmund. Yes, we brought Alisson and Van Dijk in, but we sold Coutinho and we had to fill the Coutinho void because he was still a very good, talented player at that time. But Klopp will be astute, as he has been already. If there is players, as we said, Dave, in it, we will get players if Jürgen, most importantly, wants them and thinks they'll fit the ethos of not just a club, but his ethos of a player that will come into the club and buy into what he as a coach wants from his players.
As Eamon's saying, if the top dollar came in for Salah, I think FSG would cash in. I think they'd cash in if he's only a year left on his contract. So if he doesn't sign the bloody extension by next summer, he's only a year left, Jack. And someone comes in with an 80 or 100 million bid, I think it could twist their arm. If he's only a year left in his contract, I think it would. Yeah. That's my worst case scenario, that he does leave it till next summer and then he holds all the aces. Him and his agent hold all the bloody aces, don't they? Think about it.
It's the modern day footballer, though, isn't it, Dave? Innit? And everyone in chat. The modern day footballers now would much rather their contracts run down, so it means they have a lot more financial backing and power and control. when it does come to any potential future deals. But that would tip the tide in terms of everyone's thinking in FSG. The mistakes in which they've made and a lot of positives that they've made for the football club. There's positives and negatives to FSG, but most importantly, if they were to allow Salah to leave or go,
Mosalah, the king of Egypt,
there would honestly be a war between the fans.
It'd make the Glazers protest look like Mickey Mouse in the creche. But Mo will finish his career with us. Well, listen, I still think it'll be done. I think it'd be crazy not to be done. I think it will be done, eventually done. It's just taking a bloody time. It could be like a Van Dijk thing, standing beside the Christmas tree, with the jersey 2026 or something like that, the 5-year extra, something like that, I'm hoping. And everybody's hoping Klopp maybe gives another year or two to his contract because, of course, he's 2024. So what is he, 2.5 years left? But listen, that's all up in the air. I mean, they're working on all these things every bloody day. That's what the transfer committee, the Edwards, Julian Ward, who's soon to come in, of course, to take over from Michael Edwards, do. But there's a lot more than them there. There's about 10 or 15 people involved. They're all sitting there on the computers, working out deals, chatting to players, chatting to agents, and it's to the families as well, Jack. You have to remember Salah's wife, kid, Macca's kid. It's all about that as well. So there's a lot to take in. It's not just the player, remember. It's his family, it's his entourage around them. You know that way?
It's that extra 5 million we got, Dave, in the Champions League, innit? Especially if we beat Milan. Adding a couple of zeros to Mo's contract. That extra 5 million, give it to Mo.
Yeah, listen, I as I said, I think it will be done. We'll stay on for another about 6 or 7 minutes. We give it the hour. Rory Fitzgerald is in the house. How are you, Rory? Hopefully you are well. Hit the like, baby. Statman, Stubbs Football Channel, another great football channel. Evening, how are you, my friend? Hopefully you are well. Mark Forrest, Helen Raybold, Eamon Kelly, you guys are absolute legends for coming in as usual. Without them, Jack, same in your channel, without the comments, without people coming in, we're just not going to do it, are we? You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
I know I haven't done well, probably will do a post-match a bit later, but great to get on your show, Dave, and obviously Steve's podcast every Tuesday. Sadly, couldn't make it this week, busy with my niece. But I'm just blessed to have met you, Dave, and everyone in the chat as well. As long as everyone stays fit and healthy and looks after one another. We do it for the fun of it, Dave, don't we? And most importantly, for the Reds as well. Because win, lose, or draw, we'll still do our videos. And obviously, we could do certain stuff and be a lot more clickbaity and get views more.
We could scream and cry. We could scream and cry and do anything you really want. Listen, I do go mad in reactions, but you should see me in a pub. You should see me in a pub. So, that's not a fake reaction. That's actually real.
It's just not my style or yours, Dave.
Not the screaming type of thing. And as you say, you can do clickbait. You can scream. You can shout. You can curse. And all this. And it's just. I think it is clickbaitish, and it is looking for extra views and clicks and whatever you want, and a few channels do it. We won't mention who they are. Everybody knows who they are, to be honest. But it's just on
YouTube though, isn't it, mate? It's not just.
It seems to be the new. It seems to be. I mean, Mark Goldbridge has been doing it for years. I mean, fair play to him. He's over 1 million subscribers. He must be doing something right. But a lot of people are following him. I think it's the wrong way to go, Jack.
It's modern day society, mate, and it's even
wrong way to go.
It's even as good as how good of a platform Arsenal Fan TV is. The majority of their subscribers are mostly all rival fans. That will tune to. Me and you, Dave, and all of us have probably watched Arsenal Fans TV's results when they've got beat.
Well, sorry, they actually probably really started it. For a big channel, Robbie and those boys.
Probably Robbie and probably
they really, I don't even know half of their names. I know them to say, but I just think, come on, lads, grown men. You're in your 30s, 40s, going on like that. It's just too much. I can understand getting upset or screaming but not every bloody match. How can you do it?
Yeah,
every match. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might get upset after a game or you lose a big cup final. Yeah, you won't be happy. You might say the wrong thing, but not every bleeding match. That just doesn't make sense. Yeah. There's Jack Max LFC's channel. I'm sure you all know who Jack Max LFC is anyway. on YouTube. Mark is putting it in.
But like, I do admire how good Arsenal, Robbie, and the work that they've all put in. Every YouTube channel, it's not easy to start from the ground up, and Robbie and all the big YouTube channels, fair play, it's fantastic. And the more Liverpool channels, the better.
There is a lot. There is a lot of Liverpool channels. I think it's a new one every bleeding day.
Yeah, and that's
I know
amazing.
of about 20. Do you? I know of about 20 at least. Maybe 25.
Because I've got the privilege of meeting you, mate, and obviously the lads at Redmen TV, cracking bunch of lads. Done a little bit work experience a couple of years ago, but all of them, it just allows people to have their views. And me and you, Dave, and that's why I try and speak to everyone in chat. Even if someone, especially on social media, when you do videos, like people have got a wide range of thoughts and opinions on everything, really. But as long as you respect, like in general life, you've got to respect everyone's views. You're not always going to agree with someone.
I think you've even got to be more careful now, Jack. Today is,
in
the last few years, I mean, you can't even say the wrong thing anymore. Today, it's a different society. I mean, even now than it was, say, 2-3 years ago. It's just changed. You know what I mean? So, like, Jamie, here's another Liverpool channel. Jamie Phillips Football Chats. There's another channel.
Go ahead over to subscribe to Jay's channel.
Dave's LFC Chats. Those chats are copyrighted, baby. 10% of your revenue for that. The Tories are the biggest clickbait. You can say that again. Fucking Peppa Pig, Boris Johnson. The Anfield Lark. Next to diehard Arsenal fan on the way to Liverpool the weekend. He absolutely hates AFTV. Yeah, I think the genuine fan, the legacy fan, as we called them, probably following Arsenal since the 80s, 90s, and 90s, wouldn't be in. I think it's the TikTok, Instagram boys. I mean, I really do. I'm sorry to say it, Jack. It's the 20s. It's the teenagers. I'm in my late 40s. It's a different generation. It's a different generation. They like the shorts. They like the 15-second. They don't like watching. I'm even surprised. We're nearly an hour here. We still got 14, 15 people in live. It's rare you get,
It's mad, isn't it? Like, it's obviously the generation, like, just after me. The attention to videos. You skip YouTube videos that instantly want the information straight away. They're very impatient. They want it just right there and then. Like skipping through videos to just get to that exact part. And even like kids now, they don't go to cinema. Like they get too distracted, which is mad. As much as expensive the cinema is, they want everything at the feet, really. It's sad, really, but it's crazy. But we'll evolve our content, Dave, but it always stay true to what we feel and everything. But it's crazy. Social media and just YouTube and Facebook, and in the next 5 years, it probably will evolve into something different.
It'll be different. It'll be different again. I mean, I'm doing this 3 years. August 3 years, which I started out with Liverpool Football Talk, of course, with Sean. Liverpool Football Talk. Liverpool YouTube channels do it best, guys. Much love. Keep going.
I've just seen Downfield Lax comment there. Middle-aged YouTuber.
Middle-aged. I think we're the middle-aged YouTuber. But Jack, you're doing about 4 years, aren't you?
Yeah, mate. I didn't even think anyone had watched my videos. I've just done it just to put it out there, and then I'm so blessed that people would watch. Well,
if you don't try, no one will watch them anyway.
Yeah, that's like even if anyone's got any ideas of wanting to start a YouTube channel and it really like start gaming channel, just go for it, really, because you never know. As long as you enjoy it and go with the mindset of not making money, because obviously you're not going to make money straight away, but as long as you love something and you're passionate about doing something, whether that's your job or like a hobby, you'll just enjoy doing it, and you're consistent. That's something that I haven't been over the last recent years.
I think you've got to. I think look. There's channels there that have grown. You know who they are over the last 2 or 3 years that have grown. A lot of
tremendous,
subs, but a lot of it really is down to consistency. You've got to go. I think it's live. You've got to go live. You've got to go live for an hour, maybe 2 hours, nearly every night, Jack. Nearly every night, or every second night.
Yeah,
it's a hard job to do. I mean, I'm married. I've got a child. I work and stuff. It's and it might suit maybe a young fella in his 20s, in his room. He's either playing TikTok, Instagram, or FIFA, or doing a video, and it might suit like a gamer type thing.
Yeah.
But I just like doing it. I like the interaction, like the likes of you, Jack. I've made loads of friends through it in the last 3 years. I know the Anfield Rap boys, the Redmen boys.
Yeah, the Anfield Rap and
the
Redmen have been going for a very, very,
10
very
years.
long
They were
time.
10 years. They were 10
probably
years.
even longer than that as well. Even
I think Redmen, the channel was 10 years last year, wasn't it? They did a 10-year anniversary.
But I think the Anfield Rap lads have been doing their pods for a very long time as well.
Actually, I posted a video in 2008 on YouTube.
Oh, what was that? Was it you dancing?
Me doing Michael Jackson. Yeah, doing Michael Jackson. Yeah. The Michael Jackson video, 2008 live. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I didn't, you know what I'm saying? You could post, that was what, 11, 12, 13 years ago when YouTube was only really, it was big, but it wasn't nowhere near as big as what it is.
It was all like small. It was like YouTube was in it. Everyone in chat wanted to say you'd go on like look at like a sneezing panda. Remember that video years ago? Like the panda, everyone used to piss yourself when you see it. But now like it's amazing. Like even I've sit there and get like it like lost in all like everyone's content. If it's like football videos or like even documentaries. I love documentaries or like alien conspiracy videos and everything. I just get lost in them.
But no, I do love that. I love documentaries. That's what I love. Don't even like boxing. I don't think I've ever watched a boxer. And I have Netflix. I have Disney Plus. I have everything. And I don't think my wife now would watch box sets and Squid Games or whatever you call it. All the shite that's beyond.
Did you watch
I don't
that?
watch it. Sorry, don't watch it. Sorry. But as I just said to you, sport, the news, and YouTube, old 80s style cartoons and just even ads from the 80s. Now that sounds good, baby. Ads from the 80s. This brings me back to when I was a kid. Love it. And music, of course.
Yeah, the Anfield Larks and me good books. Yeah, the Anfield Larks and me good books, even though you're already aware, mate, anyway, but that's even top of the shelf that as well. But I brought it's cheers for that lad. But he's because he's a generation above the TikTok generation. Yeah, I think it was in the school assemblies. They'd be expected to do TikTok dances or something. We won't be singing the national anthem. It'd be doing TikTok dances.
Have more respect for people that do it for the love of the club rather than the money. That's the way to find it in LC channels that love. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Listen, I know channels. I mean, I know nearly every bleeding channel, to be fair, but some of them are quite big. And I mean, if you are quite big, there is a way to make money. I mean, you have to have a certain amount of. I mean, why not? I'm not saying anybody that makes money on YouTube is wrong. No, they're not. I mean, you put time in to do something.
Yeah,
get paid. But I'm not in it for that. Do you know what I'm saying? And neither is Jack. But we're not big enough to be there. We're not big enough. Yeah. I think to be making money, you've got to. I think you have to have 10,000 plus fans. So you Jack subs. At least,
it's even subscribe. Now it's subscribe. It's just views in it, everyone. But it's views that dictates. Obviously, you look on like all like the like the big YouTubers with like the loads of millions of channel subscribers. Even like PewDiePie, like you probably don't even know who he is, Dave. But like PewDiePie is like the most successful YouTuber. He's got like hundreds of million subscribers, but he just gets a couple of million million views. PewDiePie, have you ever heard of him?
Oh, I heard of him, yeah.
He's massive, ain't he? But like, it's
but he's already made his money, Jack. Already made.
Yeah,
he's ridiculous. He's made his money long time ago, so he's nearly getting bored of it now. You know what I mean? Dave's goal celebrations could make it on TikTok.
It's a new different set of fan base there. Dave, get on TikTok and do your celebrations.
But that's it. You know, I mean, I did when Salah scored that goal, the second goal to go 2-1 up against City there about 3 or 4 weeks ago at Anfield when we took the lead. I was with Keith and his son and a few friends up near his house in a pub, and I just took out the phone and then Mosalah, and about 10 people, 12 people start singing Mosalah, running down the way. Got over nearly 8,500, 9,000 views.
It's just little moments.
I think
it's like little moments when me and you.
Weird with YouTube. Things can just explode and go viral. Like I did a video about 2 years ago, a little Ole's at the wheel video. Now, obviously, that's up now, but it was a 30-second, like a WhatsApp video of Ole, but also weird, like a clown. Nearly 68,000 views. I mean, Anfield Lark here has videos with over 2 million or 1 million in them. 1 million views. I don't know, Alex, you've a 2 million view But that's it. On that 2 million view, you'll get 4,000 or 5,000 subs. I'm telling you, on one video. That's what happens. I don't know whether that's right or wrong, but I think they're not active. That's what I call not an active sub. If someone subs to you because of a little video you did for 30 seconds, they're not going to come in when they're live. I don't think they will. I could be wrong. I don't know.
But a lot of people do very much buy subs. There is a way of like people buying subs and like sub button and all, but
Cedric,
that's like going.
Hey, Cedric, hopefully you're well, bro.
But yeah, that's
that Thriller from Manila's got it here. You need a certain number of viewing hours to enable super chat. You need 4,000 hours live hours. People think 4,000 hours isn't much. It isn't much when you're Mark Goldbridge and you've got 50,000 people in live and you're on for 1 hour. That's 5,000 hours live. Like he could do it he could literally do it in 10, 15 minutes what it could take me a year to do. That's how sad it is, isn't it, Jack? It's ridiculous.
I think I've got that. I've got super chats, but I never implore people to. I'd much rather people spend the money on themselves or give it to charity, really. But it's tremendous when people do donate, but never encourage it, really. But absolute legends. If anyone does do them in the future, but yeah, it's tremendous. It's the family. It's what Liverpool Football Club stands for, Dave.
Look,
innit?
If I wasn't
Like,
doing
so
it here,
global.
Jack, I'd be in the pub watching the game or sitting downstairs having a beer watching it
Yeah.
anyway. I like talking. I like mixing it up. Like the one-liners, like the jokes, and that's what I do. I do it anyway. So I do it even.
Yeah.
This is me, folks. This is the way I am, Jack. I've met you in Liverpool. This is the way I am. Like Jack, me and Jack went out for a few beers with his dad for the Anfield rap show in May 2019. I was over in Jack's house. His mom was making. His mom was making. His mom made me a lovely cup of tea. But so I've met Jack a few times over in Liverpool. So this is just the way the both of us are. There's no fakeness. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you get.
We'd be a weird, wonderful selves, both of us. We just enjoy the Reds
It's not in it for the money. It's in it for the crack. It's in it for the interviews. Yeah. It's in it for. I love the one-on-ones. Like Thomas Gronemark, who I'm quite friendly with now. Liverpool's throwing coach. Hopefully John Octoberg. He keeps telling me. Keeps saying he's busy or he's doing something. He's
very
tired.
busy, Dave. Isn't he?
He told me he was tired last week, but John Octoberg. But he's doing good. He's doing a good job at Allison, so I'll stay off his case. But I mean, like stuff like that. You never know what way to go, Jack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you never know who's watching, but it's a thing, innit? It's tremendous, absolutely. One day we'll interview Klopp, Dave, both of us, and if we did, we'd do it together, or we'd do an interview with Jürgen. I don't think the club would ever allow him near both of us, because we'd ask him some questions, and the club would be like, because obviously the club and all the players now, the modern day players, they're all like PR, like they get quizzed on and taught how to answer questions from people, but it'd be amazing. One day we'll do it, Dave, but pretty sure
I've got to get over. I was hoping, actually, me and Keith we were planned to come over for the Brighton game, actually, and it just fell through with a few days to go. And I said, listen, we'll definitely get over early in the new year. It's an absolute definite. It will happen. There's no doubt about it. As I said to him, even if you hadn't got a ticket, it's great to be in Liverpool on match day. Just the atmosphere. The atmosphere inside the ground, Oh, wow.
Especially even like Champions League, mate, or anyone if we do actually reach the Champions League semi-final or final, it's tremendous atmosphere in and around the pubs, in and around the stadium. I think Liverpool, it was stupid. There was a Take That concert on or something.
Yeah, it was Take That.
The Champions League final last year.
It
was ridiculous from the club to do that, but it made them a lot of money.
Anfield Lark, I remember that. Me and Jack sitting outside. We were sitting down there where the Shankly outside Anfield, weren't we? Where the stones are with the names on them. And we did a little live stream outside Anfield. And we actually went into the Boot Room Cafe for something to eat. I forgot what I got. Was it a burger and chips? I don't know what it was. But
I think I had fish and chips. It's nice in there, that these ones. It's probably expensive, but it's all right. Nice.
It's not as expensive as Dublin, for God's sake. Give me a break. But no, it is. We went into the superstore and Jack went on a spending spree with all his YouTube money.
Imagine, Dave. Imagine.
No, I think you bought the home jersey. What did you buy?
Did I?
You went in. Yes, you did.
I think I might have got the jersey, or I might have got something printed on the back.
You got the jersey. You got a few items in the superstore. The girls behind the counter just went, woohoo! You know that. Here's
I
Jack,
wish
the
that, I
big
wish.
YouTuber who's on millions coming in,
Ugh.
buying the
I'm
bloody jersey.
not that vain, Doug. Dave.
Doug?
I'd be like, I'm like, no. I'm like,
No, but listen,
yeah.
I'll definitely get over again. We'll meet up and a great bit of crack. As I say, it's just, for me, it's great. I mean, I know loads of people. I'd probably be saying hello to everybody outside the bleeding ground. I know so many people now. I mean, there's Grizz Khan as well as Avi McGrizz. I don't know, you know, Avi does the job with Grizz.
So.
He said he'll come on soon. Grizz Khan, his own channel is taking off now. I think he's 7,000. But he knows everyone. He does the big six as well, so he knows a lot of people.
He's a good lad. I don't know him personally, but he's very good on the content.
I do. I know him. Yeah, I've done a few videos with him actually. And of course, you have Conroy, who's brilliant. I think Conroy speaks very well. Young Conroy. Conroy talks is very good. I mean, there's a lot of good channels out there. There really is. You know,
it's just you know everyone, Dave. Innit? That's probably.
I know a fair few people.
Yeah, but it's everyone's doing the channel. It's like if you ask them to go on your show, it's like, oh, I'm busy, lad. It's the thing. Everyone's doing loads of content, trying to get them at the right time. But it's tremendous.
It is, as you say. It's well. I mean, even the journalists, the likes of who I thought would have been harder to get on, James Pearce. James Pearce has been on a few times, and Paul Gorst.
Oh yeah, like that. He's good, isn't he? Yeah. Especially when you do get a journalist, Dave, it is fantastic because obviously I think it was Fabrizio Romano. Especially the amount of times I've seen James go on everyone's channels, it's tremendous. I don't think he asked for that.
I don't know where he gets a second. I said it to him a few times. Where the hell do you get the time?
Yeah,
I must have had him on my channel about 4 or 5 times, and he was actually meant to come on last week, but I just left him off because he's so bloody busy. And I think Paul Gorster was meant to meet yesterday in Dublin, but for the Blood Red podcast, but they didn't come over because there was an issue with the COVID in the pub. So not COVID itself, but there was an issue with numbers in the pub, and it just wasn't worth probably doing the podcast. So he didn't come over. So there's just we're still there. Jack hasn't gone bleeding away. That's the bloody problem, you know. Maybe it's different in England, but we still have a few issues over here. Pubs close at 12 o'clock over here. It's like Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? The pub's closing at 12 o'clock. Your slippers fall off at 12, you know.
Jack buying up the store like a Liverpool fan. Go on, no, I don't know. Like, if you ever met me, I used to wear trackies like, when was about 10? I used to have like Liverpool trackie undies.
Never wore tracks in my life.
Yeah.
I like training tops. See these training tops?
Well, yeah.
Even more than football jerseys. I like training tops. Or polo tops, you know, that type of thing.
They're far too expensive, aren't they, mate? It's
not even the expense. I do like the Black Allison one from 2 years ago with the gold.
Oh yeah, that was a nightmare to get hold of. That I think I tried to get it, but I
have that, and that is like top of the.
I'd be framing that, Dave, because it's such a good jersey. I think even me mate and even let us know in chat. Everyone, did you manage to get that Black Allison kit? Because it was.
I have it.
I have the jersey. It was extinct, like literally in about 10, 20 years. Obviously, everyone loves the retro kits. That'll be top tier in terms of people trying to get that.
I've still got my famous Black Warrior top. Remember that one? The training top. I wore it for the Champions League final. I wore it at the Super Cup final and the league and the World Club Cup final. It's a lucky jersey, baby. That's why it only comes out for finals. But it's an American thing. Yeah, Thanksgiving today in the States, isn't it? I have a few friends over in the States, but happy Thanksgiving to all our American friends. It's independence, yeah. Well, it's a lot more than that, I think, you know. But they do obviously Christmas over there. They call it the holidays rather than Christmas, don't they? They call it holiday season or something like that.
Yeah,
but I love Christmas. I don't know about you, Jack, but I love Christmas, you know. I'm a stickler for putting the Christmas tree up next weekend. It has to be in December. And none of this November. Sophie putting it up the first week in November type of thing. You know,
anyone in chat as well, you better not be putting your tree up.
Has to be. It's blasphemy. If it's not from Wednesday on, baby, it's the only time you can put up a Christmas tree, as far as I'm concerned. And I put up a real tree, so fake. Has to be real. I love the smell of pine. Oh,
yeah, my little niece, she's in charge of decorations this year. Well, since she was born, obviously most important, it's her tree. But I haven't chosen Christmas deckies in about a very long time. I just don't know. I just sit back and go, yeah, good. But need to get some Liverpool decorations on it, Dave.
Yeah,
With some,
you can buy them. I've seen the baubles and stuff like that. Yeah, a liver board on top of the tree. That would be good.
Oh yeah, that'd be mine and yours, Dave. If we if we had our own trees.
Oh, Eamon Kelly. There's only one short for me, baby. The candy. Now that's sweet. And do I have a crown paints? I have to get famous 80s crown paints. The candy is sweet.
Yeah, no, the candy and the crown paints. They were classic retro kits, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
that's tremendous.
You know we love a bit of retro, baby. We love the retro. Independence Day is 4th of July, of course it is. Absolutely, we're a little bit away from there. It's often happened when Jack is here, we win. Then over 3-0. This means we are winning 4-0. Sorry, this is Carl Arrangement from Gemini. How are you, Carl? Hopefully, I will. Hit the like, guys.
Hopefully that's the case, Carl, because me and Connor, as I said, Connor's going as well. I'm going. I was meant to have gone the Arsenal game, but we made sure, obviously, a shared ticket with him for the season ticket. And I knew it'd be a good game against Arsenal, so he was like, yeah. I was Sam swapping it, but hopefully we do bang about.
Look who's coming in, Southampton fan. Southampton, we love you. There's always one. There's always one.
Yeah. What do you reckon on the?
What do you reckon scoreline, Andrew?
Andrew. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0. I don't think it'll be a walk in the park. It never.
No, it won't be an easy one.
No Premier League. It's very rare. I mean, Arsenal was, but it wasn't really until we got the first goal, was it?
I think Southampton would be a lot more bigger test than Arsenal.
Do you think so?
Arsenal, yeah, most definitely. Adams and as I said before, Armstrong. Andrew, let us know, is any injury concerns for your lads anyway? Is there any key injuries potentially being missing? But it'd be an exciting game. Minamino playing against his old side, in which he was
he might get a goal.
Playing on loan. Yeah, you never know.
Merry Christmas, Everton, says John Moore.
John and chat. It's teed up. We queued it up as soon as they announced. Yeah,
it's more like Happy Halloween to Everton.
Just picture this, Reds, and it will happen 100,000,000%. Liverpool 2-3-4-0 up at Goodison, and the whole of the amazing away end are singing Rafa, yo, Benitez. It's then it happened. It's then it happened.
Jack Stevens is the only man out. Well, he got a fairly full squad then.
Yeah, it's not to say. James Ward-Prowse, very good player.
It'll definitely be a test, but I think we'll be too good for them. We turn up player A game. We'll be too. Even our B plus game should be too. It should be good. Too good.
Andrew, do you tend to usually play a 4-4-2 formation? Obviously, with 2 lads, as mentioned before.
Well, I mean, you've Minamino, who went on loan. You've got Van Dijk, ex-Southampton. You've also got Mane, ex-Southampton, remember. Mane in the mirror. And Ox. Ox started his career at Southampton. Do you remember? Lallana in pyjamas, who isn't there now. But, there's a big Southampton-Liverpool connection there. Huge connection there. But Mane, I remember the time Mane, I think he scored a hat-trick against us. Do you remember that a few years ago?
Oh, yeah.
For Southampton.
When he terrorized us.
And he terrorised us on that day. And then within 6 months, he was a Liverpool player. You better sign him up real quick. Look.
It's the
Ole's
thing,
at the wheel. Ole's at the wheel.
Sign that contract.
This season, Andrew Sal is saying this season it's been more 4-4-2. Watch out for Livermento.
Is he
maybe
Andrew? Is he a fullback, or I think I've seen him on Match of the Day for the last couple of weeks when he has been a good player for you. Is he a young English prospect? And I think he's been getting a lot of big reviews, especially from the international stages. But it's great, another young English talent coming through. If it is, I think the lad that he's talking about it, but. Yeah, it's crazy, Andrew, and Reds in it, and obviously rival fans if there's any out there. The Prem is so strong. You look at Southampton, even Brighton, obviously the top 3, and we joke about United, but still very good squads. It's probably even clubs that are finishing mid-table in the Prem, like from like 7th to downwards, even 14th, 15th. They would probably most definitely give the top clubs around Europe a run for the money, especially in La Liga and the Bundesliga. Bayern is strong, but I think it's so ridiculously strong
Yeah. Anfield
Yeah.
gonna miss Ole's at the wheel for best Christmas song.
Sorry, Ralph's at the wheel now,
You
isn't he?
should check out the song I did about 2 years ago. Remember, I'm dreaming of a red Christmas, just like the ones that Anfield knows, where the trophies glisten and the cop. Forget now what I was going to say. Check it out; it's on YouTube. But yeah,
So
bit of fun. I had a clock
Ralph,
mask on as well, but that was in the crazy days about 2 years ago.
Ralph's in charge of United now, so it sounds. It's absolutely dismantled the whole Man United. Reckon Ralph.
Good luck on Saturday, boys. It's going to be a great match. Yep. Andrew, thank you very much for popping in, my friend.
Cheers for popping in, matey.
I think it'll be a tough game, but I'm going to go 2-0 to the Super Reds. We seem to be scoring 2 in every game, don't we? I think we'll get chances against Southampton. It's just about taking them. Isn't that what it's all about, Jackie boy? We're going to go now in a minute or two, guys.
I'll go with a 2-1. I think we'll go 3-1, but I think even a win, mate, it was being
it's all about the points.
Just
points
even a win.
Prizes,
yeah.
That's old school now. Points mean
prizes.
Classic. That's me classic now. I used to love that. But yeah. And a lot of people forget. I'm not trying to like blow my own trumpet here. But if you look back, it's still on YouTube. I have it there. Me singing, let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about you and me. I sung Let's Talk About 6 the day before the Champions League final, by the way.
Yeah, again. It's your mate.
He must have been watching, baby.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, I sung it. Obviously 6, and let's talk about 6. I'd heard the song earlier that day, the day before. It was the May the 30th. It's dated. It's about 8 o'clock. I was doing the Champions League final the next day with Anfield Agenda, if you remember, in 2019. So I sung the song. And even they said it. They're singing your song. You know what I mean? And obviously we won it, which was great. But and then Klopp sung it. I'd say Klopp watches YouTube, watches Twitter. You know what? Well, I know John Ochterberg's always bleeding on it. So, you know, his right-hand men are probably on it.
You probably get so much time, like traveling the modern day players now, don't
That's
you?
right, traveling on their phones. Oh, traveling. Dave, we can't miss Jack and Dave tonight. we gotta pick the team they pick.
I'd honestly lose it, mate. In what was it? One of the technical staff or one of the players just had one of our videos. I'd love that, but it'd be tremendous. Just saying, yeah, you can speak with me, you, whoever's on the show as well, Keith, or we're just discussing it, and Jürgen's like, spot on them. I might actually go with that. This isn't the lads.
It is a 3 p.m. kickoff at 12. It's a 3 p.m. traditional 3 p.m. We don't get much 3 p.m. kickoffs on Saturday. The way it used to be back in the 80s, it used to only be a bloody 3 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to Saturday. As I say, I'm going to go 2-0 to the Reds. Mane in the mirror against his old team. He looks to be back to his feisty best. And Mosalah just to continue the crazy 17 out of 17, be 18 out of 18 on Saturday. It's all about, I just think it's about winning, Jack. It's about keeping the confidence, building up momentum for this big run of games, as we said with Keith earlier on, getting 3 points in the bag and just going again. That and everything then midweek. So it's just coming at us. Use the squad. I think you play the strongest team at the start, get the points in the bag, you know, and then if you have to make changes last 20, half an hour, rather than starting weak and have to bloody battle back to try to get something out of the game. I think the other way, start strong. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's tremendous, isn't it, Dave, and everyone in chat as well. Tremendous that the fringe players, you probably will call them that, other than the strongest starting 11, are playing so well, even if it is in the Carabao Cup or FA Cup in a couple of weeks. These players are stepping up in terms of quality. And obviously, Tyler Morton playing last night, as you said, Dave, and he's a lad above his years, and he wasn't phased at all, and that's so positive. So if he does get a run in the Carabao Capital One Cup again,
what a progress. Well, I mean, Jack, you look at Tyler Morton. Okay, he's playing a bit of football, he's getting a few games, but there's a chance he might have to play a bit of football and go out on loan. When the likes of Naby and Curtis come back, you know what I'm saying? Elliott come back. Yeah. I mean, what is his chances of getting game time then? I don't know. You know, okay, FA Cup maybe. San Siro, he certainly has a chance of playing in that. He certainly has a chance. Yeah. I think he's a great chance playing in the San Siro. We're going to give it 5 or 6 minutes, which will be the hour and a half, which is a very good stream, to be fair. It was only meant to be 30 minutes long. So hit the like button before you go. Hit the share. Join us on this LFC train of dreams. Myself and Jack Mac, Keith, Ivan, whoever's here. Check out Jack Mac LFC on YouTube. There's so many great channels out there, guys. I was going to say Happy Christmas a little bit early. Maybe next week I'll say Happy Christmas.
Yeah.
But just enjoy. And it's always great having the guys in the chat. The usual suspects in the house, as usual. They know who they are. I can't even. John Moore, Eamon Kelly, the Anfield Arc, Helen Raybold, Cedric, Carl Erasure. You know who you are, guys. You're absolute legends for coming in every night when we go live. And you make the show. We make the show. We're here, but it's no use talking. Me and Jack just talking like on the phone. Yeah. We like the interaction with the comments. That's what it's all about. And the more people in, I just think it makes it better. Same with you, Jack, yeah?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Ox is getting, as John said there about Ox. Yeah. Tremendous. I think I was speaking to you, Dave, when we done on Dave's show. We said it was a disappointing performance, really, with Ox, and especially in the second half against Brighton. But he's learned, I think, all of his lanes, even the players, learned from that little tricky period, really. It's even off the back of that, he went to the Atletico Madrid game, played so well. And now he said in his post-match in Thiago, the interviewer said it is a help just having this run of game time. And he said, yes, of course it will be. And it's positive that all our lads in midfield, regardless of who plays, that they do get a run of games. This is what Ox has needed for like 2 years. Fingers crossed, everyone touch wood in your house. He stays fit till the end of the season.
Touch wood.
He will be very positive and be tremendous.
I just seen there Mark Forrest and a few of the lads saying, Helen, Chelsea United, I think United might get a draw there. I mean, if a decent record at Stamford Bridge, you wouldn't be surprised. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, United are weird, aren't they?
That's what I mean. We know that.
Yeah. Ronaldo, he turns up, he can win any game of football, can't he?
Yeah.
And even Donny van der Beek, tremendous player, but for some reason, all he hasn't played him, which is crazy. Tremendous little player.
Fair play for staying on, lads. What about Thiago's goal? It was a lovely frisbee shot, fade, glide. I'll tell you what, universities are already doing theses on Thiago's goal. It defied logic. It defied gravity. It was an equation. It was just, I can't even write the equation for it. I mean, it was delicious. It was like, do you know what it was like? It was like, as he said, it was like a frisbee. You know where a frisbee skims the water and just stays afloat, and then spin on the ball as it went
skipping stones.
I mean, it was so delicious. I didn't even have supper. That's how nice it was.
It's mad though. Like obviously, after the live stream, let's go and check out. Just search Thiago's warm ups for Spain and even for Bayern.
The one where they're passing the ball to each other.
Yeah, he's a typical Spanish technically gifted player. It's crazy. It's crazy what that man can do with football. And hopefully it's a lot more of them. That's something we haven't done a lot of, Dave, is it? And everyone in chat. We need to sometimes in games just shoot from the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously with some games we're trying to tiki-taka it into the back of the net.
We elaborate. We over-elaborate sometimes. You know, we want the perfect goal. Sometimes
just keep it simple and just shoot. Have a track.
Yeah. And I mean, guys, we're going to go now. We're nearly an hour and a half. It's been absolute pleasure as we Keith on earlier, and we now have Jackie Boy. It's been absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff, Liverpool. I'm going to go 2-0, Mane and Mosalah, the king of Egypt. Jackie Boy's going 2-1. 2-1, you said? Who's scoring for you, Jack?
Salah and Ox. I reckon Ox might score.
Okay. Against his boyhood club, basically. But, no, listen. We're in a great place at the moment. Get behind the teams, guys. Get behind the team. We are in an absolutely fantastic place. We really are. Quarterfinals of the Mickey Mouse Cup coming up. We're doing well in the league. Very good. I think just beat Southampton. Have a look and see what Chelsea and City are doing. All we can do is win our games. We've absolutely pummeled the group of death. Let's be real. We have absolutely pummeled it. We have a chance to go for 6 out of 6, and we've never done that before. I don't think we've ever won the first 5 in the group. Never mind the first 6. And we are absolutely in dreamland. Enjoy our weekend, guys. Let's hope the Reds bring back 3 points. It's then on to Agent Rafa waiting in the wings for Wednesday at the Goodison Park.
Sadly, that'll be his final game for Everton, because I tell you, the Reds are only our away fans at Goodison Park will be buzzing, especially if we are winning. Yeah, Agent after, as Dave said there, mate. Be going live in a little small second as well, mate. But thank you for letting me come on, Dave,
guys,
as well.
As Jack just said, hit the like before he's head out. But as when we head out, go over in a few minutes over to Jack Mac LFC. He will be live and pop over and say hello. Guys, spread the love. This means more. Happy early Christmas. I hope you haven't got the tree up. I know John Moore has his up. Mine's going up next. Mine's going up next week. And I shall talk to you soon. Jack, Keith on earlier. Thanks very much. Stay safe, guys. Talk to you soon. The Reds to beat Southampton on Saturday.